Hey folks, good to see you again. My name is Roy Thompson. This is Living Humanely. I've missed you. I've been out a few months. I got a little lazy last summer, and right after getting lazy, I had some incidences that really curved my life. Medical things that happened to me, and I'm back on the road again. So here I am. I did miss doing this. I enjoy it. So I'm going to say that I'm glad to see Paul Marino and what's his name, Mike Putnam, and Dave Fabiano, and Nicole Brown. It's a nice spot here. So, and I'd like you to do this for me, okay? I put this together on and off and on and off, and it's a mess. And I hope you'll go along with me. You have in the past, and I hope you continue to do so. Okay. I said Paul Marino, of course, he's the program director, and he takes care of the heavy lifting. I want to thank you for looking in, and I want to start out with animals that I have expressed my feelings in the past, and I've talked about adoptions. And when you have the money to make an adoption of an animal, or you think you have the money, I think I would go over it wherever you go. If you go to Sonsini or if you go to Berkshire Humane Society or any place at all, I would ask them if they have a ballpark number of what it's gonna take for an annual upkeeping of the type dog you're gonna get. If you get a Mastiff, it's gonna be like this, and you're gonna have a lot of money and maybe a lot of headaches or whatever. You get a dog like that, probably the same amount of headaches, but he's not gonna eat you out of house and home. It does take many, and I've seen neglect through it. Where people, we have a food bank in Adams at 56 Commercial Street, and people come in there and they technically should not have a dog because they can't feed them, they can't care for them. You look at them and you don't tell a guy you can't have a dog, but they got to use their head, and it's not fair to the animal. Neglecting what we call basic training, such things as sit down, or sit, come, etc. For people who want a dog and want it to be trained properly to do certain functional things. No, you're not going to get a dog that's going to, do all the commands, jump through the hoops, and make a big star of himself. But the command, come, stay, things of that nature, stop, go, all that. You can get those at any animal store. By the way, there is going to be an opening here in North Adams that I think is great. Is a museum on dogs. So you should be able to get all kinds of information when you want to buy a dog, or you want to adopt a dog, or you want to board a dog. You should be able to find something in a place like that. I forget the fellow's last name, but he had a big thing in the Berkshire News, and I think it's going to really help North Adams and help them with their dog. And dogs need food and water. Have you gone past someone's home, pardon me, and the dishes are turned over, and I've gone into the yard and turned them over. Somebody said you're going to get bit. Well, I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know. If I'm going to be for this, I'm going to be in it. If not, I'm not, okay? Then, you got to give the dog a few luxuries, some candy or what, dog candy and all that, and have a checklist, what she likes to do, and do things to please the animal, because they always please us. On almost every turn, when you come in the home, a dog will greet you, all right? A dog will defend you, and a dog will love you as long as he lives. Remember that. God was put here by a higher spirit, and we should return some of that spirit, because he is a wonderful animal, he and she. The big thing too is don't beat them. You have a dog, and you call him and he takes his time coming and somebody will hit him, you know. Well, you know what if that were you? All right? Oh, I ain't coming in again. A guy's going to hit me. I'm going to wait. So don't beat him. Say, good boy, come on, you know, do everything positive. And positive breeds positive. A couple other things. Watch out for the poison sprays this coming summer. They're putting a lot of stuff out, okay? And before you buy it, write the fine print. Often people take something off a shelf. Their neighbor said it's good stuff. They want to, you know, they're going to use it. Read it. I've done that, and I found that I had bought the wrong thing. Fortunately, we had used it, and we took it back and changed it for something that was good. I guess, let's see, what else do I have here? Oh, yeah. Marianne Petit, she's one of our directors, and on the Roy Thompson Public Charter Schools, and she discussed charter schools and public schools with me and animals, and she's a big animal supporter. I think right now she's in Russia, and she'll be back soon. I have to say this because it's all mixed in together. A guy named Herbie Miller. Herbie Miller walked for years from Commercial Street, the lower side, the south side of Commercial Street, all the way to North Summer Street to visit a lady friend of his for years because she couldn't get out. She since has passed a very short time ago, and I think he deserves a tip of the hat. He was a fine guy, you know. What we're doing, I mentioned Marianne Petit and the shop in Adams, Sky Bella. She has started a nice little shop. They used to be here in North Adams. We now have a necklace that will hold the ashes of your deceased animal. You know, we make a globe and we fix a way to attach it, and you can get that done. You know, when you go to the veterinarian, whoever's going to put the dog down, you can get that and then eventually get a necklace. Because some people want their dogs with them forever. A guy came into the Redemption Center, and he had a little envelope or something in his glove box, and he said, that's her last ride, because she came to the dump every Saturday with me. But he wants to keep those ashes forever. And having a necklace of them might be a nice little thing. They're $15, and all the money goes to the scholarship fund, the Roy Thompson Scholarship Fund. I'm not half bad. I'm looking at Hoosick Valley now, and I realize that, you know, the big hoopla is over now with the two schools, and I'm glad I didn't have anything to say in between, because, you know, there was a lot of, I know people gave me some grief, and I was not in the market for it, you know, and that's not good. But in any event, I think the right decision was made. I think that something had to be done. Cheshire is now looking to use the building, the school building, for something else, and maybe that'll work. But I noticed that the problem was we had five meetings, okay? Major meetings on what the town wanted, not schools, what the town wanted. And nothing came of them. They all went in a drawer, 5 over years. It's too bad Adams can't take 5 people from each precinct and make them the precinct directors. You don't need 30 people to make a precinct, okay? 5 people. Meet quarterly, bring up your problems, go to a selectmen's meeting, tell them what's going on. Precinct 2 needs this, precinct 1 needs this, instead of expecting that a precinct member is going to come in and discuss what's going on in his precinct. If you ever been to a town meeting in Adams, you know what I'm talking about, okay? They're sad and they're embarrassing and very uninformative. Good old Star Bakery got up a few months back, and he said the river should all be cleaned, and because we could have floods and so forth. And they said, Star, all we got is $600. But he kept going. And he wasn't going to let go of it because he believed in that. But there's more than just cleaning the rivers. There's a lot of good ideas out there, And people, oh, that won't work. Oh, well, I don't want to, I don't want to get involved. Well, I got to tell you something. You are involved. You're involved right now the way this world is going. You are involved in local, county, state, and national and international affairs because everything travels so fast. Everything's moving along, okay? And we can't rely strictly on the select board to make all those decisions. They got a lot of things going through the state. I'm not so sure how it's going there because I don't go into the town hall any longer since I got off the board of health. It doesn't seem like much is happening to me. I had one person who wanted to speak to me on 3 occasions and talk about the town, and they reneged on all 3. So I said, good enough. If you want to come, you give me a call, and if you don't bother. I think that people, the select board is a tough job. I wouldn't want it because a lot of detail and all that. But there's got to be other people with good minds, good stuff. You don't have to take it all at once. Do some of it. We had the shooting on North Summer Street the other day, right? Why? We got bums and hoodlums hanging around. We knew they were there. I knew they were there. Joe Scarborough knew they were there. Okay? Heaven's sakes, what's going on? We got to get tough. I told 2 realtors, they said, look, when you advertise Adams, don't tell them we're a nice, pristine town. Tell them we got the toughest police department in the county. Good. Oh, Lord key. Okay. I talked about the school committee, and it includes, having good ideas. There's camaraderie there. I think that being part of the town, they're probably the biggest part of the town. We need to grow our town, and one of the things is that we need good schools to get people to come in. Now, I made a mistake with a neighbor of mine, and I said, why don't we give scholarships to some athletes who want to play. Now, look, we've got a football team, a high school football team. They're out of sight, okay? The only time they lose is when they go where the big guys are. The same thing with the girls' basketball team was won 4 or 5 Western Mass championships. Nobody's done that, I don't think. They don't lose a game till they go to the end of the state, and that happens. But, however, if a parent has a child that they think is athletic inclined, those are good places to go. Hoosier Valley Band. Their band has been growing. I got a grandson that's in a little kids band, so I end up there. But band music, come in and listen to the music. Get your children interested in music. If your kids, I worked with a guy at Tanglewood, and he was in his 80s at the time, and he still went to Florida and played with certain, jazz bands. Think about music. It's pleasant. It's really pleasant. The sports are good. It can get you scholarship, but so can music. Music wakes up the brain. I think that we've got to start using that more. Too often we've got people sitting there and they sit in their living room and they make corrections. That shouldn't have been that way. That shouldn't have been that way. That's no good. I'm guilty. Do that, do this. But instead of writing a letter or making a phone call or anything, I sat in a room at a party not too long ago, and I said, would you 5 people in this room, once a week, make a phone call to the governor's office or send an email to the governor's office pressing for health care, universal single-payer health care? nice people. I said, once a week, 5 minutes. And they all went, no. It's a good thing the Lord didn't make me 6'4" and 220 pounds. You know what I mean? Good. No, they don't. They're busy. They have choir practice. They go bowling. They went for a walk. They had to write a letter to their kid in Cleveland. And you better take care of your own town. Music is so great, so great. On a national side, this is the way I'm jumping around. I'll never forget the coward Dick Cheney. And when they say one of the big stars died or whatever, I always listen and see if it's him. And he's the guy that sent troops in Afghanistan. He was a big producer of it. And he said he would do it again, of course, with other people's children. He got furloughed 5 times. They didn't take him, and I don't think I want a guy like that supporting me either. I'm going to jump back to dogs. A lot of you people buy dogs. They are flown up from Florida, California, someplace. What the hell's the matter with you? Huh? We've got dogs running wild. We got beautiful dogs at a lot of locations. In fact, now they're fixing up the building, the chemical plant down by the school, McCann School, and you know what you got. Oh, I got this guy. He's from Florida. Isn't he cute? Why? Those are puppy mills. We got over 40,000 puppy mills in Massachusetts. And did you ever see the pictures of how they live? Huh? It ain't top shelf. Little cages on top of little cages. Sit on top of them. They pee on each other, right? And they're in there like this waiting, please take me or kill me. And I think if anybody had a human sense in their heads, they would say, kill me. This is not worth the life. And people go, oh, I want one of those. So they go down, they cream them, spray some perfume. Isn't he cute? Uh-oh, okay, Joey, you got him, Bert. And they fly him up and they go, these guys who fly these planes are so wonderful. Well, I don't know how wonderful they are. They're spreading dogs that we don't need. Good heavens. You see it, a child. I bought a little dog for Tony. Look at Tony. Tony drags him around, you know. He don't know what to do with him. He's 2 years old. The dog's older than him in more sense. Please don't buy a dog if you don't have a lot of time, money, right? Training, love, understanding. You got to have it all and then some. Good God, I don't know why we have them if we're not going to, if we're not going to take care of them. I'll probably jump back to them again either because I just love them so much. Yeah, Bella Sky, that's a new cute novelty shop on on Summer Street in Adams. She's going to sell the necklaces. In fact, she's already have. And she has a great variety of stuff. And the word now is people really, really like it. Give her a break. Go in and spend $3 or something, or $2, okay? Give her a break. Make her welcome. Make them feel hell of a nice girl. Really a nice girl. We also have the food pantry at 56 Commercial Street in Adams. And if you have food that you don't know what to do with, your dog died or cat, bring it there. They'll use it. I'm no longer there. In October, I have an injury and I can't do that kind of work anymore. But take the food there. Take the bottles and cans there. When you take them there, say, this is for the dogs. Okay? Or you might say, this is for the scholarship. That's when I'll get it. If you say it's for the animals, it goes to food. Scholarship. Remember those words. People go on vacation and they leave their dogs. How do you like it, huh? They leave them tied up. They're pooping all over. They can't do anything for themselves. And some guy comes back and beats them up because they did badly. I don't like national politics, but Uncle Donald's going to give us a tax cut. And I saw this guy, he's a farmer, I forget his name now. But the hee-haw boys that sit on the front page of the Eagle on occasion, in the daily grind, they sit in there, they buy a coffee, and they pontificate for about an hour or so, and they straighten the whole world out, and they leave. Well, one of those farmers said he's going to cut our taxes, and that'll make things good. Doing. I'd only say this near an exit, but I would tell them, you better read and listen to what's happening to my country before you talk stupid like that. You know, it's going to make things good. Well, in 3 years, we're going to see how much taxes this guy's going to cut, because the big guy's going to have a level cut. He came way down, right, from 35 or something to 21. And he's going to give us the pittance, and we're all going to be happy. Look at, I got $3.11 this month. You know? People tell me I do not watch television because I don't like politics. And let me tell you what, they're the ugliest thing on television. Because a lot of people are dumb and stupid, and they're sending us the wrong way. However, you, as a citizen of this country, should pay attention to that. You should read, and you should watch TV. You should make notes of it, just a little note. I don't like this guy. Put it on your refrigerator. I'm not kidding you. Put it up on your refrigerator, and then when it comes time to vote, you got an idea, you know? Even for the local stuff. When the local people say something good, put it up. I like that guy. I'm voting for him again. But how many times have you stepped in a booth and went, let's see, last time I heard of him, he was on the Hindenburg. You know, you can't do that. Make yourself a little above average. Make yourself intelligent. You can do that. You can do that by getting a dog and training them. You can read a newspaper, and they say the Eagle, that's a piece of trash. No, it's a newspaper. And it's not all that bad at times, okay? In fact, it's pretty good if you read it. And if you read it to get something positive out of it. Just don't read it to find the errors in it, okay? Take what's good out of it. Same thing with the radio. Same thing with the television. My God, I worked at Tanglewood, and the Fox News group came to my gate, and I had to make arrangements for them to get in. And I shouldn't have done it, but the girl said, we're from Fox. I said, news? She says, yeah. And I said, oh my God. It wasn't nice, but it was truthful, you know? They're a silly bunch, but they make a lot of money. Really, pay attention to what the hell's going on. We need that. We need people paying attention to the news, to the animals, to their neighbor. You know, like the guy that walked all the way down North Summer Street to visit his friend because she couldn't get out. He went down every day. Holy moly. I can't, you know, he's in his 80s. He's in his 80s. Be careful of all the stuff going around now after Christmas. They're trying to unload all the crap they put on us, and they don't know what to do with it, and we're sending it back to them. And they're going, oh, I don't think I want to take this, you know. But that's what they'll shove it to you. So the next time I come back, I'm going to have a quiz. And it's going to be on dogs, and it's going to be on local people, about local people, paying attention to local people, and doing good things locally. You know, I hear this all the time. You know, the highway department's working, and a guy standing with a shovel, and I go, look at that guy standing with a shovel. He's probably breaking his back for the hour, and now he's standing on a shovel. You know, give a break. Look at the good things. There are good things. Not many today. I think our government is, I think as a nation we're in big trouble. But it's been said on newscasts and documentaries, if you want to help, start at home. If you want to help, you start at home. And the best thing you can do is get into little groups, reading groups, coffee groups, things of that nature, 2, 3, 5, 6, 8 people. You might grow, you might not. But you might once a week send a letter to your governor or your state representative. Send a letter. We want health care. Because the one thing that can bring this country down quicker than a missile from North Korea is a bad health care program. That's what has bankrupted more countries than anything else, okay? But if we let these guys do what they want, they're going to bury you. And guys like Ryan, you know, with a smile, lying to the little old lady, oh yeah, we got a lot of good things in here. Nobody read it. They had, what'd they have? Guys go around writing stuff in insurance books that weren't congressional people. They were, I forget it, whatever it is. But they, you know, they don't care about us. It's all about money. Do you remember when, I don't know what his name, Fitzpatrick or whatever his name was in New York City, and he was catching a lot of bad guys. A lot of bad guys. And they were going to jail. Well, what happened to him? Huh? He had a mistress. Well, the way the story goes, he did meet a woman. Same woman. Probably just, at times, just met. But he didn't know enough not to cover his behind because he knew they were going to get him because they got everybody else. So, hey, they're cleaning the White House now. I got 36 seconds to waste on you folks. I think it was great to be here and talk with you again, if you like me or not. If you're walking away from the screen going, that's okay, but if you have ideas, let me know. Obviously, I need some ideas. I'll be looking for better dogs, people that, you know who turns in a lot of dogs? Male people. 4 seconds. God bless all the animals. Please take care of them. I'll see you the next time.